Hi. I'm sorry I don't know your name. I can't address you by it, so I'll just refer to you as Sir. Sir, I have some major issues with your reply to these two gentlemen's video about visiting a Arab street fair. Now, listen to what I said. Listen to what everybody else said. Street fair also. Um, this event was being held in the town of Dearborn, Michigan, correct? Excuse me. Um, on a street, on a public way, a taxpayer-funded side street, main street, busy street, whatever you guys call them in Michigan. But this implies that these gentlemen were in a public, meaning that certain privacy laws don't exist there. When you're in public, you're fair game. Okay. Now, I don't know exactly why they took offense to them filming that gentleman when he was kept repeating, uh, please, just read the first question. I don't care if you take me. I mean, he said it clear as day. And that young lady kept sticking her fingers and her hands in the palms of her hands in the lens's way of the camera. Okay, I don't know what they were up to by going to this, but clearly, in my opinion, they weren't going to start any trouble. It seemed to me that the other people, fairgoers or whoever, had an issue with them filming whatever. Um, Secondly, do you blame them for not turning off the cameras, even though the gentleman repeatedly said, stop filming me? A couple gentlemen said that. A couple of those security people said, stop filming me. I don't want to be on videotape. You don't have the right to film me. I don't give permission. Well, sir, you're on a public way, in a municipality. Your right to privacy kind of diminishes when you're out in public. Uh, as long as this event wasn't held on private property, such as people hold things on the football field at the local high school, things like that, public park, a town square downtown. This was in the street. They were on a sidewalk. And I, for one, if I saw 8 to 10 security guards and angry fairgoers rushing me, telling me, turn this off, uh, I wouldn't, for fear of my own safety. It protects me and it protects them. Okay, now, uh, you were right. A few little minor slaps and shoves. It wasn't that violent. But, you don't really have the right to take aggression on another person just because you don't like their point of view. And you were right. It was wrong for them to lay hands on these people. But I don't blame them for not turning them off. You got 10 people rushing at you, angry, screaming, cussing at you, telling you to shut your camera off. I wouldn't. That's just me. Okay? Second issue with that is, I believe one of the persons holding the camera was a woman. Okay? She got a little bit manhandled there, and I had to take umbrage with that because, you know, how gutsy are you? It's a woman with a video camera. She's not pointing a pistol at you. She's a woman with a video camera, and you feel the need to manhandle her because you don't want your picture on TV or wherever, this YouTube, the 10 o'clock news. She's a woman, for crying out loud. You don't manhandle her. That shows just extreme gutlessness, and I know that, you know, certain cultures view women as second-class citizens and treat them like livestock, but that doesn't excuse it. This is America. We don't treat our women like that. There are jails full of domestic abusers, okay? We lock people up in America who manhandle women, okay? Whether they deserved it or not, it doesn't make a difference. You go to jail when you lay your hands on a woman. That's how this country works, my friend. And I took great offense to watching those orange shirt people pushing that little woman around, okay? And then when the tables are turned and they recorded that lady who originally stuck her palms in front of the camera lens, she went and cried to somebody else, oh, they're harassing me. Okay, well, how does it feel? You walked up to somebody engaged in a civil conversation, you just happened to be videotaping it, regardless of what the intentions they had to do with the video, and you started pushing her and rubbing her off and sticking your palms in the camera. Very not classy, very uncouth. Okay? Now, I really don't care what you think of conservative right-wing extremists or whatever. You know, you're entitled to your opinion about Christianity and whatnot. Uh, you know, you can't run around, and this is why this whole mess is just nasty. You know, because all this really is my God is bigger and better than your God. And since you don't believe in my God, I have to kill you. I have to fly airplanes into your buildings, your public buildings. Uh, I have to put plastic explosives in my shoes and blow up your airplanes. This is nonsense, okay? Now, I'm not making a blanket accusation of all Muslims or people who follow the teachings of Islam. That's not what I'm here for. But, you know, it seems to me that everybody's got this, oh, it ain't me mentality. But when in reality, it was 10 to 12 men who started this, who hijacked a religious principle and extorted it, twisted its views, uh, took its teachings from its holy book and twisted them and used them for their own gain. Now, I personally have to take umbrage with a group of people who want to blow me up and tear me limb from limb and stone me to death because I believe in Jesus and not Muhammad. Uh, and quite frankly, if you don't like the way things work in this country because they're so-called conservative, right-wing, whatever, you have the right not to live in this country. Okay? Now, with that being said, this country was founded by Christians, people who grew up under the teachings of a Christian sect, Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, it doesn't matter. It's all one Christian mentality and doctrine. Uh, you're more than welcome to come to my country and practice something other than that, but when you start saying that we're all fucking crazy because we're extremists, because we're conservative, because we have morals, no, wrong answer, pal. You know, believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to injure you because you believe that. But you can't point the dirty end of the stick at me and say your yard is dirty when you're the one with the junk cars in yours. So I hope that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but you know, don't tell me that your shit don't stink when I can smell it from 3 blocks away. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say here. Do your thing. Take umbrage with those two gentlemen who visited your street fair. You know, I know you said you knew them, you debated them, you like them. It's okay to have a different point of view. Just don't go around calling them extremists when they've called nobody of the Muslim or Islamic faith any kind of name, insinuated that they were uh, extremists looking to enforce Sharia law. They went to find out what Sharia law was, okay? Now, I know little about it, but from what I do know, I'm not a big fan of it. You know, anybody who encourages taking stones and throwing them at women because they were seen in public with a man, not their husband, not for me. But if that's for you, more power to you. I just don't happen to agree with it. Anyway, I'm going to cut this short because you really irked me on this one.